I'm here with, what's your name, ma'am?
Deirdre Gilkes.
Do you have some very good news?
Yes. First and foremost, persons that commenting on my story missing the point.
It's a lady called Dog, not a lady, but someone called Dog Bite Ma.
A lady called Dog Bite Ma. You are missing the point. I well aware of TB, how much months it would take, but it don't have to take that long. Doctors explain this to me. It don't have to take my son 9 months in the hospital.
And what about what she said about the person said about the 6 different types of diabetes.
And he don't have to take 6 different types of antibiotic to get my son better. What you don't know, my son, is better.
Yeah, so give and I don't know what she said. And the last part is that
And
is what
I
Patricia
don't
Benedict
know
should be
why
telling
you attacking Patricia Benedict. She is not a doctor. She is the person that interviewing me, and I talking to her. So you is totally out of place. You are not the doctor. You can't dictate my child illness and how long it would take. You cannot dictate how long, how much medication they would have to give my child. You missing the point. There's a lot more that I say different to TB, but you holding on on TB. TB is a cold. It is a cold that caused that. Yes, he's in isolation because, not because they don't want my son to talk or be in contact with people. They don't want my son to pick up any more disease from anybody out there that might come in contact with my son and talk with him. He easy to pick up because his lungs is not good through that he get through that it affect my son lungs.
So we will because that dog bite ma has never had anything positive to say as long as I'm doing a interview. So I want to get that out of the way.
Right,
Because
don't pay them the money.
It is not about that. You know, they just grab onto me. You talk about the doctor giving your son 11 tablets. She didn't miss that. They didn't say nothing about it. All the others, he didn't go for 6 days to see. The doctor didn't see my lecture for 6 days.
Right.
They missed that.
I talk about other things, like when the medication was really making my son sick, and the report had made, and the doctor never respond to my child. 6 days passed. It takes 7 days that the doctor then show up. All of that I speak about. You're all missing the point. And some of you all need to keep off the media if you all don't know what to say. This is the young gentleman mother, and that is my child. And I would back him to the fullest. If something is wrong, I am going to speak out. He ain't the only body that ever diagnosed with TB. They got lots more out there that diagnosed with TB. Thank God that my son is doing great. I must tell you that. He's doing great. Another thing, read the interview, listen to the interview. There's a lot more things I speak about, not only TB. So back off. All who you is dog bite me or whatever you name, back off. Just back off, and back off of Patricia Benedict. She is not the doctor. Another thing, now I have the opportunity to correct this mistake. about the nurses. It is not the nurses that I had problems with. It is the doctor that I having the problem with. And this is why I am not going to stop till I get my rights and my son get his rights. No doctor is not going to threaten my child and tell my child he's not going to let him out the hospital. No doctor is going to threaten my child and tell him that he can die. Who the hell is he? He is God. It is only God that will say when my child is ready to die. And he is not ready to die. He is well alive.
So we will stop and we'll talk about the thing. That's for dog bite ma. But she also commented about on the Miss McCarthy, and I think it was I had to call her the person a nuisance, because it's rather unfortunate. People are taking people, 1 second. People are going through stuff and that person is taking it as a joke. But anyway, tell me the good news. This is for dog bite ma.
Right, this is for dog bite ma. Had not for me doing this interview with Patricia Benedict, my child went to see a nurse yesterday to tell him the results that them do a couple weeks ago that he didn't hearing anything about come back.
And naked departure, you don't forget naked departure.
And naked departure, the results come back, and the results come back good. All now he's waiting on is another set of results, which in them is going to come back to good. This is for you that thinking negative. Don't think positive at all. I wonder if some of you all got children though. Some of you all got children. You know a mother pain. You know a mother hurt. You know for a mother to watch a child isolated in a hospital. Doctors that's supposed to be there to look after this child are not going to the child. I went to the hospital hours to know I ain't get back a response from the hospital. So I take it on my own to bring it outside the box. Who like it, like it. Who don't like it, that's their business. Back off of Patricia Benedict. Back off. She interviewed me. It is my problem. And if you want to deal with me, deal with me. Don't deal with Patricia Benedict. This is my problem, and that is my child. And the hospital got to do the right things. And I am not only speaking on my child's behalf alone. I am speaking on other people that are up there that going through this thing with the hospital, that being neglected by the hospital. All these things I representing black and poor people like me. This is why I am here speaking. I am not going to say nothing that is not true. Whatever I say in my first interview is the truth. Dr. Kremholt in Carmilon. Michael Kremholt in Carmilon properly. I ain't interested who else had run-ins with Kremholt. I dealing with me. He is a doctor, he have a profession, and he should know how to conduct himself when he dealing with patients. Not telling my child he is going to die. Not telling my child if you don't take the medication, I gonna call the police for you. Them is the right things for a doctor to tell a child. Sorry nurses out there, if especially on ward A6, when the headings mark and the staff, it was not meant for you all. It's a mere mistake. So I am back here to correct that. I am back here to correct that. I am not begging nobody to talk to me, because I is a type of...
So what happened when you've gone there?
When I realized that...
Since the
interview, I realized that how the nurses used to respond to me when I go, everybody got cold shoulder. I am not pleasing nobody, but I am just correcting the mistake. The mistake was when it said the staff was not meant for you all on Ward A6. I specifically say Ward A6. It was not made for you all. I get neglect. I called you to speak to doctors to put me on hold. I hold on a long period of time. When then the operator came back, who you say the patient name is again? And I told she went back, and then she come back and tell me, after making me wait so long, she cannot get hold of none of the doctors that on the crime hold. Now tell me that ain't purpose work. Answer me. Tell me that is not purpose work. No doctors going to my son room after I made the complaint at the hospital, which I ain't get back word yet. But them can sleep on it as long as them like. They are not keeping my child up there with no window can shut. He getting wet. He's sitting down on the toilet rocking and shaking.
You said,
like
this one thing. You said that they told you to, when you told them that the bed getting wet, what they told you?
I went to the nurses station like I always do, and go and talk to them very polite. I is not a disrespectful person. And I tell them about the situation with the window not closing, my son getting wet. They say if my son can push round the bed. But I gonna be honest and frank. Our patient should get up and push round a bed to stop himself from getting wet. They have maintenance people at the hospital. And somebody should be able to come up there and look at the window, service the window that it can wind down, service it, but nothing so. My son is to stay there under these conditions, and I used to fold my arms and keep my mouth shut. Well, no, if I got to go to Timbuktu for my voice to be heard, I am going there.
So let me tell you, so you have the good news? The good news, tell them the good news again.
The good news is that my son is doing well. That my son will soon be admitted from QEH.
Not admitted, discharge.
Discharge from QEH. That is the good news. My son is doing great.
And who did you?
And if I did not have the interview with Patricia Benedict, I don't.
And naked departure.
And posted on naked departure page. I don't think my son would have get an answer about the results yesterday. I don't think nobody would have tell him that they're just waiting on the results from the other test, and it should be back between tomorrow and Monday. I don't think he would get no response. So right now, I am pleasing man like myself. I pleasing me, and I doing what is best for my child. It is all about my child. I carry 9 months. 9 months I walk with him in my belly, and I don't care how old he is. He could be as old as Methuselah. That is my child.
So that's really good news. So by maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, next week he'll be.
By hopefully good news. And this is what I would like to say to Dr. Kremholt. Kremholt, I have nothing against you. It is how you handle the situation. It is how you dealing. Because when you first came to me at A&E, you said to me, whoever the dealing with my child was behind time. And when you gonna get him, you would get my son better. You would do this and you would do that. And further from my child getting better, medication was carrying my child to his early grave. You don't have to admit it, but it was there plain. You do not have to admit that it was the medication, but he was taking the medication, so he would know how the medication made him feel. But I believe that it is God. And Kremho, I forgive you. Everybody do mistakes, but we got to learn that when we make mistakes, to admit we mistakes, and don't try to bully people. Don't try to tell people you're gonna be in here for a long time. You are not God. You are not God.
So hopefully next week he's out.
Hopefully by next week.
But you see, through naked departure, and when I send it directly to certain people, and this is nothing up to do with politics. The person who, because remember you asked directly for the Prime Minister to help you.
Right.
This comes from the top guys, and you see this naked departure website site. The government, this is the Prime Minister, the crime unit, the US, the British, and the Canadian. They are always watching, because she has a lot of stories that other media outlets do not put out. And then when she puts it out there, then they could do something about it, because it's not everything that the government or other people will know that's going on, because sometimes those people tell a lot of lies. Those big, in general, the doctors and things tell a lot of lies, and sometimes they are believable because they could manufacture things in general. So is there anything you want to say?
Yes. I want to thank whoever out there that comment, that had common sense, that understand where I was coming from.
A lot of people commented good.
A lot of people comment positive on my story, and I appreciate it big time. I don't mind the idiots that talking all over them face. You know why? Because probably they never had family that's sick and going through a situation. That is why they're talking all over them face. But I thank God today. I am not leaving out God. I thank God today that he is in full control of my son's situation. And even though Cream Hope tell my son if he don't take the medication he can die, that is not the purpose from God. If God don't want my son dead, he would have done dead. But through it all, he fight it, he was strong. He was even strong swallowing down all of this medication.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.